Welcome back to Wisconsin Family, and it's the moment we've been waiting for. We are at Wisconsin Granite, and we've been having a lovely time. It's a beautiful showroom.
Yes, it is.
And now we're going to talk with a couple of folks from Wisconsin Granite. We are joined now by Behar, Misini, and Patrick Preston. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks for hosting us today. We really appreciate it.
It's been lovely, and now we get the real scoop.
Yeah.
We get to find out all about the granite.
And I've had the opportunity to talk with your owner, Ismail, a couple times now about where you guys actually source your granite from. So talk to us a little bit about that. Where do you get your granite from?
The majority, probably 90% of what we carry here in stock or more, comes out of Brazil.
Okay.
Brazil is by far and away the #1 stone exporting country in the world.
Yeah.
So that's where the majority of what we have comes from.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Okay.
you're actually importing, I mean, that's quite the task, I would imagine, importing these large pieces of granite. Let's talk a little bit about the customer experience on the customer end. So you are carrying these basically slabs of granite, right? I mean, you're custom cutting them for your customers at home. What does that look like for viewers who are watching, that experience of getting the ability? I see lots of choices all over the place,
Right.
but how do you pick? What does that look like? Can you actually look at the different big slabs that are brought over here?
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the benefits we have. We have a neighborhood of about 100 different colors, all full-size slabs that are here to be seen. So it is a very customer-friendly experience that way versus looking at small samples.
Right, and you get to actually choose the piece of granite that you're looking at. Whatever you look at, whatever you pick out in the warehouse, that's what goes in your kitchen or your bathroom or whatever. And I think that's an important thing for people to know.
So when you're shopping, you're picking out a piece, and that one is, because that's interesting, because each piece is unique. I mean, it's a stone, so every single piece of granite has to be different, right?
Right.
So if you like a particular pattern that may have some more of one color than the other, you get that one.
And this one is so unique here because you've got this like little river that kind of flows through the center of that, and that's, you know,
I could just see you as a customer just
to be able
I want that one with the river.
to be able to choose that specific one. I mean, and that's really cool, and not just, well, you'll get something that looks like
And
this.
that's really the advantage of somebody going with our company, is that you get to choose the exact piece that you want and exact pattern that you want.
Right.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
It's very cool.
So Justin was mentioning too that for folks at home, I mean, your house is a big investment, and I think it's so important to make sure that you've got the right products in there. But for folks who are watching and thinking a little bit about financing and how that might work, you actually do interest-free financing?
We do actually. So one of the reasons why we introduced it, you know, a lot of people would come here, they want to upgrade their kitchens, but they look at these beautiful colors and, you know, it's a little bit out of the price range or whatever, so we introduced this financing in order for them to be able to afford it.
Absolutely.
On most jobs, we can pretty much finance the entire job.
Yeah.
And then you're able to get beautiful colors and just, you know, that's beautiful.
I think that's great because you want to, I mean, it's a permanent investment for your home. So if you're thinking about, well, gee, you know, I'm really kind of at this price level, but I want to get the right thing in my home, what a great way to be able to afford it for the long term and get the right product in there. Because boy, is it more expensive to get something that you're okay with and then have to change it down the line.
Right,
Exactly.
yeah, absolutely. You want something, this is something that has definite staying power.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, it doesn't wear down over time or anything like that. You take care of it and it's going to last forever.
Another reason too why we introduced that, you know, a lot of people would come here just to do just their kitchens.
Sure.
Well, being able to finance it, they would do their bathrooms. You
Sure.
know, they would pretty much do the entire house instead of just doing one little section of it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and they have that option. So, how long have you guys been in business, and how long have you been at this location?
We've been at this location since 2008.
Okay.
And that's where the company started over here.
Okay.
So we've pretty much been here since 2008.
Great.
Excellent.
It's a great space and a great spot to be. And let's talk a little bit about the process. Once you've selected your granite and you've chosen your piece with the river that runs
With the
through
river,
it,
the river runs through it.
do you outsource installation, or how does that work? Is there another company that comes in, or is that something you do?
That's something that we do at all.
Okay.
I mean, we do everything from start. You know, the customer picks out the stone here. We do all the fabricating. Patrick actually helps with the layout. They kind of choose which river is going through which section. But
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
River placement is very important to some people.
Yeah. Well, it is to me.
Yeah,
It is to me.
boy. That's great. And so with installation, all these questions coming to mind, of course. So I imagine there are a lot of people with sort of unique requests, unique spaces, unique shapes that they might need for their home. I mean, is the sky the limit? Can you cut a piece of granite really to fit any space?
Just about, yes.
Okay.
Wow, that's
Wow.
fantastic. I'm just curious to know, and this is how my mind works. You obviously,
Here
you
we
know,
go.
Ismail goes down to Brazil and he chooses these pieces of stone and granite that he wants to bring back up. I mean, how do you actually get it back into the country? I mean, that's got to be a huge undertaking to get these heavy, you know, 200, 300 pound pieces of stone back into the country. How does that work? What does that process look like? Nobody really
His
knows.
checked
We
bag
can't talk
fee is
about that.
outrageous.
That's a secret.
Wow, but no, that's a really good point. That is incredible, and part of what makes it so interesting and unique is that these are being personally selected and sourced and then brought back over here. So
Right, yeah.
I doubt he's checking a bag with a
He's
slab of
probably,
granite.
yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
Probably
It's
not.
definitely not a carry-on.
Yeah, no, it's not a
Yeah, I
carry-on.
don't think it would fit in an overhead bin or anything like that. So.
Oh my goodness.
So what is the process of fabricating? Because this is a really interesting process where you have special saws, special cutting equipment that you use. Can you talk to us a little bit about what that looks like?
Everything is overall cut from the large slab. Everything is cut down into smaller chunks using a bridge saw, which is
Okay.
a giant diamond-bladed wet cutting saw that will
Yeah.
cut into essentially smaller chunks.
Yeah.
The smaller chunks, and then put it into their final shapes with a hand grinder or with a stone router to do the edging and do the cutouts.
Sure.
And then everything is all finished in-house, and when it gets to the homeowner's bathroom, kitchen, whatever, we put together seams, maybe drill some faucet holes, and that's it.
Yeah. And you guys actually
Make
come
it
out.
sound so easy.
You guys actually come out to the homeowner's house and you take all the measurements and everything so that you know exactly where all those holes need to go and how big it needs
Exactly.
to be cut and everything. So, I mean, from start to finish, you guys are really, I mean, you take care of everything for them, so they don't have to worry about anything
beginning
else.
to end. And one thing
Yeah.
that I like about this company that I find unique and interesting, we're talking about outsourcing these products from another country and bringing them in, but this is a Wisconsin-based company, and obviously you're working with local folks, and I think that's really important to the community out there to work with somebody who's here locally, and as you can see, run by real people,
Yep.
and who come into your home and measure for your own home. So
Right.
it's really custom work with a Wisconsin business, but you get that element of something really special being imported. I like that.
Yeah, and if you're, I just want to encourage the folks out there, if you have any doubts whatsoever, just check out their website. There's some great testimonials on your website.
I want to go see the slabs.
Yeah, we could go take a look at
That
those.
sounds like fun.
Jessica
Let's do
knows
it.
what she wants already.
That's
so.
right.
So we are out of time for Wisconsin Family, but hey guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, great to have you here.
This has been Behar Misini and Patrick Preston from Wisconsin Granite. That's all the time we have for Wisconsin Family. We'll see you next time.
Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting.